So we're now at the point where we've got them all off the wall and we've put them in rows of size. So I'm starting from the very small and couple of mediums and then the large. Obviously we're going to start from the large and work his way down, and then we're going to make them all up to 10.5 inches unfinished. So I'm just starting to go through the large ones, and that one already measures 10.5 unfinished, so that one's complete. And then we just take it to your board. So that one's done, and whatever they finish after, now that finishes at 9.5 by 9.5, so therefore that's an inch either side, so that needs work. So for that one, the background I used was the cream with the hearts, so that's the one I need to look for that one. I've just looked in the scrap bag and I've got this piece, so that one will do for that one. It needs a press. Don't forget everything out of the scrap bag has already been starched, so there's absolutely no reason to wet this anymore, and you don't wet this again because it's already been starched. Just give it a hot iron that's got no steam or starch. And then that one's for that one, so that needs making up, so that's the first one. And then just continue to go through them, measuring them to see what you want to do. Now that one's not got a background except for that one just there in the middle, so I shall find some of that and then make that up to 10.5. So that's another one, so I just look through my scrap bag for that one, see if I can find any of that fabric. If I can't, then I'll just take it off the large one. So there's none in there, so that one I need to find some more for that one. So I've got that out the bag, so that one goes with that one, so that one's ready and that one's ready to do. These squares measure about 3 inches or 3.25. I should look through my scrap bag and pick out these fabrics to see what I've got spare. So there's one, and then I'll probably do that at the opposite one just there, and I shall make a 3-inch square and then snowball that across there. So I'll do a 3.25. Actually I should do about a 3.5 to make sure I got it plenty big enough. And then I should keep doing that and pick out one of these. He does want an all blue. The other blue I've got is this one, which I've also got enough of that, and I should do that opposite there. And then I should pick up some more. So just continue to go through your scrap bag and find bits and bobs that you've got enough of. So that's got blue and it's got yellow, so I'll probably put that one that side. And then we've got this blue with the pink in. So I've got 2 plain blues and 2 pattern blues, and I'll probably go like that. So continue to do that, so then 4 will go with those, with that one. And then once you've built up, this one is 9.5. That one looks absolutely fine, so I'll just find the background just again. That's one with the hearts in. Again, look through your scrap bag to see if you've got anything that you can use to save wasting fabric. And I haven't got any bigger bits in that, so I should find the heart one. So that goes with that one, so that one's ready. And then continue to do that all the way. This one I shall snowball again, picking up the colours that are in here and then putting on the corners. This one I should probably just come across there, and that would measure about 1, 2, probably do a 3-inch square and see where that gets us. when we do that one. And that's what you do all the way through. You just decide what you're going to do with them. Actually, that one already is 10.5, so all I need to do is snowball that one. So I need to find fabrics for that one. That one's 10.5, so that one's actually done. There's nothing more we can do with that one. And that one's already 10.5, and that one's complete. So with this one, I've already sewn one on just to make sure it works, and I haven't cut the back off yet. I measured from the outside to the seam, and that was 3.25, and I did these 3.25 square, so that when you draw the line, you're drawing it from that corner to that corner on the back on each one, just like I've done on that one, which is down there, and then sewn on the line and then flicked it back. But what I should do is I should cut this back off, and then that just snowballs the corners. So that's, once you've sewn them all on and then you've cut off leaving 1/4 inch seam allowance, that's what you have left. Save those because they're quite large, and press these back with the iron. And that's the block all finished and done, and then we just got to measure it. Now we've got to put background on, and the background is these little leaves. So I should find that one out, and we'll make it up to 10.5. So I've got the 4 sides cut, and I have cut extra purely because I'd rather do extra than more than a little, and then just sew 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around. You do the first 2 first on one side, then you get those level, so it's just chop a little bit of that arrow off. That is a bit big, just so it doesn't get in the way of anything, so it's right size together. We do the other side. And there we go. Wonderful machine, and it's just thrown the bottom out under there. Far too sensitive. Right, so that's the first 2 sides. So then what we need to do is level those up with the base. So, excuse my arm, let's just go from one side to the other. Don't need them little bits, and that way then, so just press that back. You can probably finger press these because they're a straight line, and then put the other 2 on, that one and that one. So then we'll level up. Well, oops, on the floor. So we're going to level up the ones we've just done. Save that one and get rid of that little bit. Then I'm going to press this open with the iron to make sure it's nice and flat. Again, it's just a hot iron, it's all been starched. And then I'm going to put the ruler on to get it to 10.5. Right, to find the centre, I've folded it in half one way and scored the middle, folded it in half the other way and scored the middle, and that gave me a creased cross in the middle. Half of 10.5 is 5 1/4, so I've measured 5 1/4 across that way and worked it down and put that on the centre, which is there. Then I measured down 5 1/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/4, and made sure that them two intersections meet on the dead centre of that cross, meaning that I've now got this in the centre. I need another line. Now I need to line another line up, so I'm picking this one down here that's on the side of the middle square, and I'm going to line up that line, or seam line, all the way down, because I'm cutting this side. So just double check just before you cut. 5 1/4 to the 5 1/4 to the centre there, and then 5 1/4 to the centre there, making sure that that line. So I've now got 3 points that I'm happy with. So commit yourself and just cut your first 2. Turn it round and then put the 10.5 on what you've just cut, because you don't have to measure anymore except for what you need. So 10.5, 10.5, and you'll know it's going to be right. So I've got my 10.5 down that side. I will have if I don't move it, and 10.5 not on that side. Let me just move it down a bit more. 10.5, and then if you're not sure about weight, you can always find something that's really heavy to help. I like using that. It's an extra hand and it's really heavy. It's an old electric iron. Check your measurements again. I can press down this, that's pressing down that, and I know that is a 10.5 inch unfinished block, and it's equal all the way around. So that's the first one to go on the wall. So on this one I'm going to snowboard just the ends, not all of it. So I've got a 3.5 inch square fussy cut ruler, and if I put that on the corner to make it square like that, then I know across there, and I'm going to have a different colour just here, just to take it, because it's a bit there's too much white, too much background. I want more colour. So what I've done, I've got 4 colours out of the scrap bag that I'm not, 4 blues that I'm not using in the centre, so that again makes it more blue, because that's what Tim wants. So therefore I just cut out of 4 different fabrics 3.5 inch square. So that's where we've got up to now. We've done 9, and they're the easy ones where you either snowball them or add extra to make up to the 10.5. So there you go, and they do look better when they're all the same size. They look neater, tidy, and they look as if they belong. So anyway, we're just gonna, I'll end this video today, and then we'll do some more next week. Thank you for joining me. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and you'll be notified of more videos to come. Thank you. Bye.